in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the New York Jets. "22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance." And off we go from uptown Charlotte. Here's Smith to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And here we go for the first time with the Panthers offense led out by their new quarterback for 2021 in his fourth season overall now after 3 with the Jets. It's Sam Darnold.
Many people put stock in a quarterback's record as a starter, and Sam Darnold just 13-25 overall with the Jets. So many think that he's not going to be the guy, but there's a lot of talent there, and the Carolina Panthers are expecting it to come out. This could be a classic case of a change of scenery could do him well. Plus, the surrounding cast that he's inheriting in Carolina, better than anything he played with in New York. This is a great opportunity for Sam Darnold. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Gets this to the former Jet, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A couple of former Jets, Darnold to Anderson, first down Carolina. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing again is Darnold. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it'll bring up third down.
I think he just made the punter a little bit jealous there. There was some serious hang time on that ball. Deep downfield, and while it didn't connect, it certainly sent a message, didn't it?
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And on is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he finds Tyler Croft. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Now Michael Carter, who played nearby in college in Chapel Hill. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Well, a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, if you pull up his college highlight reel, you will see no shortage of great throws, and here's one in his NFL debut for big yardage.
And this is going to be a big test early in his career. How accurate can he be on throws like this? If he keeps doing that, he's going to be just fine.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
A Another run on second down with Carter.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
He'll drop this underneath to Carter.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Charles, we'll take a look there at the draft class for the New York Jets. Robert Saleh, the new head coach, he's got his quarterback as they took Zach Wilson, number 2, and moved Sam Darnold down to Carolina.
And we might end up saying that Elijah Moore out of Ole Miss, taken at number 34, could go down as one of the steals in the draft. The wide receiver is drawing rave reviews as far
under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
Brian Burns in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Nice play there by Brian Burns, chasing down a quarterback in the pocket. He had 16.5 sacks in his first 2 years in the league, including 9 in 2020.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And the return will stop it well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Faking the give, Darnold. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Darnold from the gun. Finds the open target, Arnold. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
2nd down and 8. Now it's Darnold. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. So they give up the completion there. But defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try and make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
Let's go, man. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Darnold gets this to McCaffrey, and they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
One of the more productive and durable players up until last year. Remember, in 2019, 116 catches, which was an all-time record for NFL running backs. Trying to come back from an injury-filled 2020, just 17 catches on the year. Sure is great to see him back on the field doing his thing.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side. Because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Able to connect with Mims. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL started. Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
51 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run up, first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
This defense is really pulling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And here's Joseph Charlton now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And as a running back, you've got to be saying, where did he come from? He covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time, and he was able to stop his man before he got back to the line of scrimmage.
And the next-gen stats show us the top speed there, better than 18 miles an hour. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top-5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
On second down, it's Carter. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 27. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now it's Wilson. Got a man. It's Mims. And he is going to have a Jets first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team.
And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Jets have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
23 yards, the final tally.
I thought the Jets had a really impressive draft in 2021. They took quarterback Zach Wilson at 2. Got line help with Elijah Vera Tucker after they traded with Minnesota at 14. And then went and grabbed this man, Elijah Moore from Ole Miss, with the second pick of round 2. Plenty of targets to go around, a fairly thin receiving core now. And Elijah Moore, so explosive, picks up the first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. That is caught by Mims. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And Mims just had 23 catches as a rookie, but now in his second season out of Baylor, he's hoping that his career elevates along with the rookie quarterback, Zach Wilson, the Jets' #2 pick overall.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. They'll check this one down to Carter. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Wilson. This is caught. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Here's Wilson to throw. That's going to be caught by Carter. He's got a Jets touchdown. Michael Carter with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Give him 7 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run with Carter. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Wilson. And the grab by Croft. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. He finds his man, complete. It's Arnold. And a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say. And now, as with every potential turnover, we're going to take a second look.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Darnold completes it.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Touchdown, Panthers. Dan Arnold, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Over the middle, caught by Mims. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Everyone in a Carolina uniform happy to see that first down catch by DJ Moore, but none happier than his new quarterback, Sam Darnold, who never really had a wide receiver 1 in New York. Now he has one in DJ Moore, who's gone over 1,100 yards in each of his last 2 seasons, 3rd in the league in 2020 in yards per reception.
Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watched them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Darnold now to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it. Toward
the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. And his kick is no good. And just barely missing it wide to the right. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. Now Carter to start the drive. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Wilson on the hook up to Davis. 1st down Jets. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter, Carter. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, 27 yards. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. But that makes this a two-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Darnold on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. On first down, Darnold. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nailed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Carl Lawson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Darnold. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He's to the 10. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Returnable here for Davis. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? but it's usually not by himself. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The 71 yards on the ground for him so far.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Another run on second down with Carter.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Caught right side, Davis. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they will take a knee here. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing Week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Jets, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to make amends next week as they hope